Welcome back to Mass Effect 2, everybody. So, we're going to continue side questing, reading planet descriptions, just generally going through side quests. But I made a bit of an error. I'd forgotten about some advice that you guys had given me about doing Project Fireworker before Project Overlord. I just forgot. I just honestly forgot. I had read the comments, I'd made a note, and I just jumped in and said, well, let's just go here. So, yeah. My bad, but hopefully it won't make too much of a difference. I think it just apparently that might have explained the vehicle that we had for Project Overlord. So let's just explore the rest of this cluster to read stuff. Oh my god! I forgot about this. Some of them might be relatively small anyway. Okay, Kara. So, Kara is a small, lifeless rock blessed with significant deposits of thorium used in radiation shielding and the manufacture of space frame alloys. A small population of miners eke out an existence on the surface, selling their ore at Lorek and praying that the intermittent raids by the terminus pirate clans will pass their homestead by. There have been no children born on Kara since the infamous pirate raid of 2047, when every child on the planet was rounded up and taken as a slave. Any couple finding itself pregnant preemptively moves off-world. Jeez. Population 2400. There's one on the inner ring. Oh, it's the big one. Oh, that's the... Lorek is the platinum rich.
I have detected an anomaly.
Yes. Okay, Lorek isn't it? Actually, I don't know if that means there's a quest there, but we'll just read this planet first. This looks like a garden planet as well. The surface of Dorgal is an ethane-soaked mush. The planet hovers near the boiling point of a hydrocarbon and supports a diverse, if simple and slow-moving carbon-based ecology. The planet's gravity is strong enough to retain an atmosphere of molecular nitrogen and carbon monoxide, but the methane that dominated billions of years ago has long since been lost. Okay, not a garden planet then. A mushy mess. That's rich. Okay, so I'm guessing there might be a quest then. It's not just a case of scanning.
I have detected an anomaly.
Yes, Edie, yes, you sound impatient with me. Lorek is an extremely rare example of a habitable world circling a red dwarf star. Originally an independent Asari colony named Asan, it was annexed by the Batarian hegemony in 1913, causing a minor galactic incident. Despite several attempts, the local terminus warlords have never been able to take Lorek for themselves. Lorek is a low-density world, composed of rock, light metals, and water-based crust. It's tidally locked to Fathar, with a sunward hot pole and a shadowed cold pole. Water on the sunward side evaporates quickly, travelling over the islands of the habitable Terminator Zone in the form of massive, fast-moving thunderstorms, and finally settling as snow on the frozen dark side. There are fears that the build-up of ice cap mass on the far side may cause axial reorientation over the course of several million years, but Batarian officials dismiss the idea as an irresponsible theory disseminated by counter-hegemonist subversives. Wow, that's a mouthful. Population 4.7 million, capital Jalnor. Interesting. Okay, we'll go here then. If there is in fact a mission, and it's not just a scan. I mean, it is interesting, right, thinking about how a race would evolve if a race came to prominence on a planet with a locked, that was tidally locked, right, where it would have a dark side and a light side, right? Because obviously, as humans, everything on this and every other creature on this planet has some sort of circadian cycle, right? And you need some balance of light and darkness, right? Whereas, I don't know, it would affect the neurological development of any species that would be forced to live in constant sunlight, right? I don't think that life would evolve to live in I don't know. Yeah, life could evolve to, it does evolve to live in darkness, right? Like in deep sea. It would be interesting maybe if there was a race that evolved in pure darkness or in pure light like that, right?
Gentlemen, distress. Beacon auto process interrupted at parse point ACO 655321. Status of
Launching probe. Something on our sensors.
Signal scans detect a transmitter matching Cerberus encryption. It's registered to an unknown deep cover operative. Cerberus operative life signs unconfirmed. Other transmissions that match known Eclipse coded communication also detected. Sure, alright. We're rescuing a Cerberus operative. Let's take Jack. Jack's not been out for ages. Let's take Thane. He's not been out for a little bit as well. Still not enough points. 4 points for you. Let's give him. Let's go for warp. I think that's a bit more useful. We're gonna have squad ammo when we level up next, anyway. Only 1 point for you, Jackie. Scimitar, Carnifex, Viper, Locust. Let's switch this up. Let's go old. No. No, too much ammo. I've not even tried this. Let's see if this works. How this works. It's probably rubbish, but. So this must be DLC, right? Because this unlocked from the Shadow Broker DLC. Oh, we need to go back to the Shadow Broker as well. I did miss a room in Liara's chamber. Alright, you've got the shotgun, you've got the sniper rifle. That is what I would like. Let's make sure we... with their biotic powers, I'm just going to leave them to do what they do. Let's activate our ammo. While I remember. Thank you. Okay, so there's a Cerberus operative here. Maybe Jack will just kill them on sight. Okay. Recover.
Been spotted. Nice shot. We've got casualties.
More.
I'll tear you apart.
Hey!
Need some cover.
Oh,
I'll throw you like a toy. You're
will you?
go to the sea. Make contact.
Oh, come on.
Deploying Warfield.
What falls?
Yes, Thane, what falls must come down. Nice shot, dude. There's a holding cell. Holding. Let's just quickly look back here. So Cerberus operative, I guess. Subject ID, Corporal Gero. Cerberus agent Tyrone Rawlings. Eclipse targeted Agent Rawlings some time ago. We know Rawlings is connected to the encrypted data we acquired. The data could conclusively prove Cerberus's involvement in Rachni experiments. Oh no. We believe Rawlings possesses a cipher that can be used to decrypt the data. Without his cipher, the data could take years for Eclipse to decode. We might want to let them get rid of him. Get rid of this. We might want to let Eclipse get this, because it means we can implicate Cerberus in some wrongdoings, which I'm all for. I mean, I didn't really... I kind of distrusted everything to do with Cerberus in the first place, but reading all those things in the Shadow Broker dossiers just really brought it all home, right? And then, of course, Project Overlord too. Just horrible. Agent Rawlings proved difficult to capture, having insinuated himself on a ship bound for the Attican Traverse. He'd won over the loyalty of the ship's crew, who believed him to be a human dignitary on a mission of discovery. Our own agents managed to disable the ship and hobble its defences long enough to extract Agent Rawlings. We lost a lot of men to obtain this asset. This data had better be worth the expense. Interrogation. The interrogation has failed. Despite some of our most advanced interrogation techniques, Agent Rawlings managed to evade our questions. When we applied more invasive methods, he proved resistant to those as well. Eventually, Agent Rawlings' resistance caused tempers to flare. We consider it unfortunate that Agent Rawlings did not live to pass on the cipher. Great, he's dead. We have men working to decipher the encryption now. As long as we control this data, its mere existence remains a powerful tool against Cerberus. Okay, so he's dead. This is the holding cell bypass. What?
Let's do it.
Come on!
Nothing can stop me.
Who shot me from behind?
It's dust.
Come on now. Yeah, I don't mind this gun. Obviously doesn't pack as much of a punch, but you're not punished as badly for being inaccurate. Where's this Palladium? Platinum, sorry. Another door to hack. Or bypass, sorry. That was lucky. He's dead. Data logs.
This computer contains the encrypted intelligence extracted from the captured Cerberus agent. The information could adversely affect Cerberus if it were ever circulated publicly.
Okay, so we're not giving it back to Cerberus. No way, no how. Interesting that the recover data for yourself is in the Renegade slot, right? You could use it to blackmail them. I didn't use the flamethrower, did I? Damn it. Huh. I mean, we're extremely valuable to Cerberus as it is. I'm just trying to think what circumstance we'd want to bring this information out in. I think we just give it to the Alliance. Interesting that they give it back to Cerberus is the neutral option. Strange, right? It might curry us some more favour with the council, right? And we're not going to be working for Cerberus in the long term, right? I can't imagine. Who knows? I mean, we might be. We might be, right? It's just, after all that stuff we read about them, I'm not giving them a helping hand when I don't have to, you know? I'm just not doing it. It's just a choice between whether... Are the Alliance really going to be able to do anything with this? Maybe we could use it to benefit Jack in some way, maybe not. It's in the back of my mind that this is DLC, so... I'm going to give it to the Alliance, yeah. I think we're valuable enough to Cerberus as it is. I don't think being blackmailing them is going to carry much.
Data uploaded to Alliance Command.
Wow, he knows now. Yeah, do want elusive, man. Kelly?
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Alliance Command, Commander, we got the data you sent. If this went public, it could do some serious damage to Cerberus's image. This intel will take years to decode, but just having it is a huge win for the Alliance. Well done, Shepard. Good luck on your mission. Anderson. Sure, thank you. Thank you, sir. I'll explore a bit more before we go and talk to... Because it's only really Thane and Grunt who might have some more dialogue, right? So there's, God, there's 3 more. Yeah, we'll just have to stay here for a bit. We'll just refuel. I can't exactly remember which... shops we need to go back to get any missing gear. Omega is probably one of them, right? I think the Citadel's one of them. Alright, let's go to Kareva Mori. I like that name. This definitely have a side quest on it, right? Kareva Mori. Vatar. Located within the life zone of a dimming orange sun, Vatar would be habitable except for its carbon dioxide atmosphere and an icy surface that kills most oxygen-producing bacteria. Nonetheless, mercenary companies and slavers have numerous strongholds on the planet, out of reach of any galactic authority. Travel advisory. A statistically significant number of distress signals have originated within the 1 million kilometer mark of Vatar. Civilian travel is not advised. Doesn't say that there's a population. Looks lovely though, right? The grey planet. Uwan Oche, otherwise known as Uwan Prime, is a stony planet encased in ice under a methane-heavy sky. Named for the Uwan Consortium, I thought it was Batarian, the Batarian manufacturing firm that financed its exploration. Uwan Oche's crust provides much of the boron allotropes used in Omnigel throughout the Terminus systems. The area has naturally become a haven for pirates who attempt to steal the refined gel or its ingredients as soon as the cargo ships leave the atmosphere. Dastardly. We will be back to scan. Do not worry. I will just do it off camera while I listen to some music. Okay. Sator. A rocky planet with a crushing atmosphere, Sator has been scanned from orbit but largely left unexplored due to its sweltering conditions. Its atmosphere contains nitrogen, but also an unusually high percentage of ethane, which can coalesce in pockets near its surface. The alumina-heavy crust of the planet can reach glowing hot temperatures during the daytime, reaching the ethane's auto-ignition temperature and creating pockets of flame across the landscape. For this reason, extravehicular activities are discouraged on Sator, and no company has been willing to invest in exploration. Okay, so there's no anomaly, so there's no side quest, it's just rich in iridium. Alright, I'm fine with that. Let's head to the other one. Aaron Larkin. Okay. This looks like a garden planet. Yeah. Uther. Punished with UV and gamma radiation from the Class F star it orbits, Uther is no one's first choice for a planet to land on. Covered in seawater, Uther has a hydrosphere and ozone layer similar to Earth's, but that simply isn't enough to ward off the life-killing radiation. Its nitrogen-rich, oxygen-poor atmosphere goes unchanged by the few proteins that have managed to form in the ocean depths. Uther, however, has served as a way station for slaves escaping their Batarian masters. What little land it has is tectonically stable, and its considerable radiation belt and electrical storms grant cover from many common types of sensors. Fleeing ships typically hide on Uther long enough to discharge their drive cores and stock up on deuterium before trying to make it to the cluster's mass relay. I always think it's interesting, you know, thinking about the Hanar and like what spacefaring would be like to an aquatic species, because obviously the Hanar have suits and stuff to adapt, but part of me thinks, wouldn't it be interesting if they just had spaceships that were filled with water? Do you know what I mean? Like how our spaceships are filled with oxygen because that's how we breathe. Like theirs would just be just completely submerged in water. Because obviously if a race like that was to have some sort of technology, they would, you know, be sentient and sapient and everything. They would have invented their technology around water, right? So the idea of electricity and everything being a problem, I don't know if there'd be a way around that. But it's an interesting thought, I guess. Rich as well. Now let's check if there's anything in the asteroid belt that the sun is sucking in. Calm down, Joker. We can drive through the sun. Okay, it's a bit of a risky drive to Batala, but we'll try it. No, I'm not doing it. Yeah, we would have made it back, but it's just no benefit to risking it, right? Just accidentally activate the Omega 4. Let's go. Okay, just... Okay, three rings. Start with the big boy here. Nirog. Nirog is a hydrogen methane gas giant whose moons were once home to Isul, a Batarian warlord who terrorized the Terminus systems. Attempting to unite a pirate army under his banner, he successfully conducted a rapid blitz against 11 habitable planets. Fortunately, for the rest of the galaxy, Isul's crimes caught the attention of the Spectres, who deduced his hidden location and assassinated him. Isul's empire, built on a hyper-extended army, soon came crashing down. His lost stockpiles of Element Zero have become something of a legend, and foolish spacers have spent countless amounts of time and money searching the Batala system, convinced they will be the ones that finally strike it rich. Alright, cool. Batarian pirate lord. Man, the Batarians are just generally arseholes, right? I mean, they like they still believe in their right to keep slaves. Okay. Oh god. Thunawanaru. Okay. Thunawanaro. That's not difficult to say, is it? A strange island of peace in the lawless Terminus systems. Thunawanaro is a planet of crushing gravity but abundant life. As its ponderous name indicates, it was colonized by the Elcor, who have several booming industries on the planet. Hydroelectric dams and biofuels from tough, woody algae provide much of the planet's energy. Mines export uranium, thorium, and gold, taken to space with generous use of mass effect fields. Of course, pirates target the Elcor's shipping as soon as it leaves orbit, but the Elcor's deals with mercenary companies keep away all but the most foolhardy of attackers. Man, that's fascinating, right? The fact that because the Elcor live in high gravity planets, no one can come down to get them without like being in serious danger or just dying. That's awesome. That's awesome. Population 3.7 million. Colony founded in 2035 CE. Capital Nuremethan. I'm going to go with that. Gravity 6.7 G. Yeah, it does, because it feels like this game has gone for a darker, grittier, more crime-filled theme. It feels like the more playful races, or not that they're playful necessarily, but you know, like the Hanar and the Elcor have kind of been pushed to the background a little bit because I mean, I know that there was the one Elcor on Omega who was the bouncer, right? But it just feels like they've been pushed to the background a little bit because they're a bit more fantastical, right? Whereas in their place, we've kind of got slightly more. What have we got in their place? So we've got the Drell, you know, who are definitely much more. They're a humanoid race, right? But they're reptilian. I know that's a contradiction, but you know what I mean. What other races have we had in their place? Obviously the Yarg, but that was like a one-off. Have we really seen many more new ones? The Collectors, yeah, Protheans, they're bipedal, human-like. I am drawing a blank. But awesome that the Elcor have got a colony here. Okay, Logasiri. A step above a carbonaceous asteroid, Logasiri is a planet with a carbon-heavy crust and a trace atmosphere of CO2 and helium. Its surface is cool enough to have liquid water, but it is rapidly drying out, as it has lost the critical mass to have a self-sustaining hydraulic cycle. Nevertheless, the Batarians have colonized the world, forcing slaves to work in their mines and agri-habitats. The labor is hot, endless, and backbreaking, even in its low-G environment. Every horror story told by slaves elsewhere in the cluster seems to be topped by one from Logasiri. The most famous is that of the slaver Silperon, who worked to death 420 slaves over the course of a galactic standard year, and ground up their bodies for compost in his greenhouses. He was eventually poisoned by his wife, but his shadow and his business model still hangs over the miserable planet. God, that is horrendous, dude. We've heard very few nice stories about the Batarians, right? Very few. Alright, that is it. In terms of reading planets. Scanning is obviously something for me to do. I think I will scan everything in my own time, you know, just because why not? I know I've pretty much got everything, but if I'm gonna do a bit more scanning, I might as well do all the scanning if I'm not recording it, you know? Clogging up my hard drive. Okay, fire, whatever it's called. Where is it? Firewalker. That's what threw me off. Because it's the MSV Rosalie, I kept not reading Firewalker. Okay, so we're going to the Ismar Frontier to make a start on Project Firewalker. So we're doing this in the wrong order. I've apologised for that. Okay, so let's let's head straight to Alista, and we'll read this stuff after we've done it all, because the relay's here anyway, right? We've already been to Faya. I can't remember why. I can imagine if we go to the Asari homeworld at some point. That'll be bad news for me. I'd love to go to the homeworlds of everyone. Solarians, Asari. So, obviously we can go to... I don't know if we'd be able to go back to Earth at some point. I would quite like that. I can't remember which is the homeworld of the Batarians. So we've seen the flotilla, which was awesome. We've been to Tachanka, which was awesome. We can go to Earth, but we can't land there because there's no mission there as of yet. There might be something there. I've just not been. I've not been back to Sol, have I? So, which other homeworlds have we been? No, we've not. It'd be cool to go to the Hanar homeworld, just because that might be quite spiritual. Elcor, yeah. Drell would be on the Hanar world. Yeah, it would really interest me to go to homeworlds. Melalay is a common ammonia-methane ice giant with 23 moons. It has no particularly distinctive features. Poor Melalay. Poor Melalay. That's massive. That's bigger than the star. Odast. Odast has an abundance of heavy metals and radioactives. It's heavily exploited by mining concerns based on Ilium. 43 years ago, a council spectre arrived to investigate reports that the business was selling platinum, a strategic metal, to pirate groups in the Terminus systems. The results of her investigation were never released, but no deaths were reported. Huh. Maybe it was, what's her name, who we killed on Ilium. The Asari. I don't know why I keep forgetting her name. Tella. Population 11,000, capital Duras. A rich boy. Hesano. Hesano is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant. 200 years ago, an independent Volus prospector found the mangled wreck of a Prothean starship trapped within the trailing Lagrange point. Few artifacts from the wreckage have been recovered. The prospector, Lumen Creop, was canny enough to keep the Hulk's existence to himself. He sold its location to a Turian paleotechnology firm for nearly 1 million credits. Since then, Hesano's Lagrange points, rings and moons have been combed over by fortune hunters seeking to strike it rich the same way. Thus far, no additional artifacts have been recovered. Poor for resources, but I will no doubt be back. A little hot planet. Celias. Celias's cratered surface is ancient. Parts of the highlands have been unchanged for nearly 3 billion years. The layers of overlapping craters stand as testament to the violence of the system's creation. Celias is tidally locked to Alista and has a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon, with helium occasionally blowing in via solar winds. This will be rich. Yep. Alright, off to Ziona. I can't remember exactly what the quest was.
Anomaly detected.
Got ya. Let me refresh my memory. Cerberus Project Firewalker has reported that a survey ship has gone missing near the planet Ziona. The ship was carrying researchers and a prototype planet-side exploration vehicle when it went missing. Cerberus has asked that the vehicle be recovered and that any signs as to the whereabouts of the researchers be reported. Travel to Ziona and search for the Hammerhead prototype vehicle and any signs of Doctors Casey and Oloy. I remember now, right? So that's where the vehicle... So I spoilt this for myself, but it'll be alright. Okay, Ziona has a thin atmosphere of sulfur dioxide and trioxide created by volcanic outgassing. There are traces of water vapor in the atmosphere, but over the last 5 centuries of observation, particle counts have decreased by 4%. While not habitable by any spacefaring species, there's an abundance of native sulfur-devouring bacteria that thrives around the world's many volcanic vents. Interestingly, these bacterium bear genetic similarities to the native life of Ilium, suggesting either a panspermia spread of microbes via asteroids or accidental contamination of the original environment by careless spacefarers. Solarians! The known provocateurs and interferers. Aha!
Probe away. Something on our sensors.
Scans have located the Hammerhead exploration vehicle and also shows active data storage sites that may contain information as to the whereabouts of Doctors Casey and Oloy. Let's do it. Alright, Casimi's not been out for a little while. Yep, Casimi. And let's take Mordin. Why not? Alright. This flashbang grenade is your unique thing, so it still does damage as well, so let's do that. Nothing for you. Yeah, we're a bit weak in terms of firepower, but we'll be alright. Here we go. I really, really like this asymmetrical shoulder padding now. Okay, guns aren't drawn immediately. Interesting.
I don't think the ship is safe. We've run into the geth far too often.
Oh, what?
I'm going to stay at the next site with Dr. Oloy. I think we'll be safer there.
The geth. My opinion of Casimi's gone down because of her obsession with Jacob. Can't believe it. Fair enough, I like that though. I like that there's interest between squad mates actually. I completely take back everything that I just said. That's everything that I've been asking for, right? Hey! The thing we already have.
Primary systems online. Welcome to the M44 Hammerhead Infantry Fighting Vehicle. This is your onboard VI. Caution, guided missile system active.
Okay.
Mission objectives located.
Okay, this is all the tutorial stuff that I
Acquired.
already know how to do. That sound is hideous though. That scanning noise is like really abrasive.
I'd like a closer look at that.
At what? Jacob? Ow.
Obstruction detected. Recommend using conventional weapons to clear path.
Yes, I did. YOLO. Okay. Let's just backtrack quickly. This is where we were looking down on, yeah? Okay, we're obviously going over there. Ah, nothing here. Oh, right. Get me up there. That was lucky. No, that noise is hideous, dude. Just stop. Oh, stop it. That is the most minging sound of all time.
Found it.
Yes, Morty. Okay, we need to get over there. Nice, bit more platforming, I'm down for this. Should be the last bit, right?
Objective complete.
Mission objectives completed.
What about finding the doctors? Okay. It was purely just to pick up that vehicle then. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Got you. For Project Firewalker, good work on recovering the Hammerhead in one piece, Commander. It will prove useful. Also, the data you recovered from the MSV Rosalie's emergency beacon contains significant intel on a few planets that Dr. Casey and Dr. Oloy investigated. ED has added the locations to your galaxy map. We hope that one of them leads you to the Prothean site. Despite Dr. Casey's obvious instability, he's proved to be a brilliant and dedicated scientist. If you salvage more of his logs or journals, it would greatly help our efforts. We still don't know how the Geth are tracking Dr. Casey, so be careful. Right. Protheans, right, okay. Ooh. Right, we've got something new for the journal then. Geth incursion, volcano site. Okay. The Geth incursion. Data reveals that Dr. Casey was interested in the anomalous weather patterns on the planet Latesh. He has scattered probes on the surface in the hope that the unnatural atmospheric conditions might be related to Prothean technology. If Cerberus could recover the data from these probes, it could shed some light on Dr. Casey's research. Yep. Data shows that Dr. Casey had stopped on planet Kerrang to run tests on artifacts found on the planet's surface. Recovering the data he collected could lead Cerberus to discover Dr. Casey's last known location. Volcano Station. Data taken from Ziona reveals that Dr. Casey established a research station deep inside a volcano on the planet Kurumto. Dr. Casey believed that the volcano hides an extensive Prothean ruin. Whether this hunch was true or not, the station should contain data that will lead to Dr. Casey's whereabouts. Caution is advised. Travel to Kurumto and search for the research station that Dr. Casey established inside an active volcano. So maybe we do this first. I don't know. I find the volcano station the most interesting because it's the Prothean ruin. Let's just see where's closest. Still only 2 points. We've got a codex entry. Oh, the Hammerhead. Yeah, whatever. The M44 Hammerhead infantry fighting vehicle is a highly maneuverable Mass Effect assisted armoured vehicle. Using 3 solid fuel rocket thrusters instead of wheels, the Hammerhead hovers over the battlefield at up to 120 km per hour, allowing it to maintain formation with swift armoured units, skim across calm water, and even leap terrain obstacles. Backup micro boosters guarantee locomotion, and even destruction of 2 main thrusters leaves the vehicle capable of full mobility. The Hammerhead retains most features of interplanetary fighting vehicles. An airtight interior, 360-degree kinetic barriers, and a guided missile system ensuring accuracy during even aggressive maneuvering. Its electronic countermeasures extend to laser detection, chaff, active thermal masking, and ground-penetrating weapons sniffing radar. The Hammerhead's navigation control emulates that of tanks, so tank drivers can operate Hammerheads without additional training. Factory-issue Hammerheads therefore have no altimeter or similar sensors that are best used at the standard cruising altitude, 2 meters off the ground. So Collector's Drell. Obviously we've not been to the Geth homeworld, obviously. Been to the Krogans, been to the Quarians. But we've not been to any Council Race homeworld. No, it's not the Sari, not the Solarians, not the Turians. Alright. Let's see where these new missions are. Well, we need to travel first though. So we'll read all the planet descriptions in... Dude, come on! In Aquila. Oh, it's a weekend episode. What am I chatting about? We got ages left. Yeah, let's just read these before we leave. Metaponto. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Metaponto has developed a helium-3 fueling station funded by Elcor business interests who hope to bring enough attention to the system to attract terraforming investors and thus eventually develop Volturno as a habitable world. Thus far, they have met with little success. So it's a high-gravity world. Doesn't say what the gravity is. Polino. A relatively small hydrogen-helium gas giant, Polino remains undeveloped while its sister planet, Metaponto, garners all the attention. This was not always the case. In 2180, news stories seeded throughout the extranet claimed that Element Zero was being found on Polino's moons in record loads. This turned out to be a scam spread by the Dunawurachum Consortium, an Elcor corporation trying to scrape up investors. After a small fleet of space probes scouted the area, the hype quickly deflated, and the myth only persists now in unwanted extranet email messages. Scamming Elcors. Vecchio. Sound very Italian, these words. Is a moderately sized terrestrial world with a thin, hot atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Initial surveys found trace amounts of iridium, but little else of interest in the silicate desert sands that cover much of the surface of the planet. On a recent tour, the Alliance surveyor ship Coupe discovered... Coupe? We know that ship name. Discovered a group of partial graves hidden in the equatorial mountain ranges. The ancient skeletons on the burial sites are obviously humanoid, but incomplete and poorly preserved, which has made them difficult to identify. Fragments of primitive ceramic grave goods were also found nearby. This raises further questions about who once travelled to this inhospitable planet, since the closest garden world, Volturno, has no intelligent life. Human universities are planning further archaeological investigations. Huh. Obviously humanoid. Time travel. No. Probably something ancient. Fascinating. Lapini. A hydrogen methane gas giant, Lapini and its moons have been cursorily scanned by space probes and found to have little in the way of rare resources. The galaxy at large considers it unremarkable. Poor Lapini. Volturno. A so-called super-Earth, Volturno is home to organic life, but is nevertheless uninhabitable for the near future. Currently in an ice age, most of the planet, from the latitude of 30 degrees north or south, is a frozen wasteland, and so most organic life, limited to algae and lichens, resides near the equator. The strong gravity prevents any sapient species but Elcor from thriving on the planet, and the Elcor can't breathe the planet's atmosphere, which contains lethal amounts of carbon dioxide in addition to its oxygen. Small packs of vulture squatters are attempting to take the planet for themselves illegally, but most of them live miserable existences in the planet's crushing gravity and die from falls and medical complications. Only terraforming on a massive scale would turn Volturno into a habitable world, and the Elcor lack the political capital with the Citadel Council to begin such an effort. Okay, it's nowhere near as heavy as that other planet, but in terms of gravity, but still pretty bad. Alright, let's see where we're going. Artifact collection. That's in the Hawking ETA? That's so dangerous. Can we even go there without triggering the IFF mission? Probably. Geth incursion, research data. Alright, let's go to Phoenix massing. Can we please talk to a Geth? Okay, so the Geth incursion is in one of the other systems. We've been to Salus. We've explored this system. We've been to Typhon and Salus. Oh, so it's just this. We've explored everything here, but this is spawned because of the mission, right? Chomos. Trigestis is a gas giant named for the first Solarian astronomer to predict planets' occurrences mathematically rather than through direct observation. It has a faint ring system and 3 moons: Sidacha, Narem, and Bestia. High altitude clouds can be seen casting shadows on, so I guess this is low atmosphere, where concentrations of methane and ammonia give it an azure colour. The planet is believed to be an extrasolar capture. Interesting. A faint ring. Can we see that at all? Not really. Okay, Latesh.
I have detected an anomaly.
Yes. Latesh, translated from a Solarian dialect as "it's still winter," has an almost habitable temperature and abundant water, but shows no signs of life. Regular supervolcanic eruptions in the southern hemisphere have shrouded the sun and led to a climate even more bone-chilling than usual.
Launching probe. Scans have found something.
Planetary scans detect signals from sensor pods left on the planet's surface. These pods may contain valuable data. Warning, surface temperatures are extremely low. Advise keeping hammerhead exposure to the cold at an absolute minimum. Got you. Right, we're dealing with Geth, so let's take Talia, let's take Jack again, because she doesn't come out that much. Nothing. Maybe you might want to put a shirt on, Jack. It's cold. Alright, Snow Planet.
Warning. Prolonged exposure to extreme temperatures may degrade engine performance. Mission objectives located.
Okay, is this purely... We've got to be quick then, yeah?
Atmospheric data acquired. Engine temperature stabilizing. Caution, engine temperature falling. Extraction complete.
Okay, I don't know how we're meant to manage the temperature, but...
Caution, engine temperature falling. Extraction complete. Caution, engine temperature falling. Extraction complete.
Okay, it's just like a nice little...
Engine temperature falling.
Nice little gathering mission.
Extraction complete.
Is that a Geth ship? Yeah, it certainly is.
Extraction complete. Extraction complete.
Nearly there.
Extraction complete. Extraction complete.
Can't see anything.
Engine temperature below recommended parameters. Extraction complete.
Done.
What about the Geth? Who cares, apparently. Atmospheric data recovered, sure. I'm really sick of that mission complete screen. Okay, Commander, a very capable team is analysing the data you gathered from the guest's research into atmospheric change. We hope it may open up new avenues for terraforming procedures for future colonies. The tech used in the beacons also contains communication innovations that should help us develop better systems to reduce atmospheric noise. There's no evidence of Prothean activity on this planet. Cool. Well, not cool, because I want to learn about the Protheans. Okay, we'll save going to the Hawking ETA last, just in case it triggers the IFF somehow. The Caliston Rift. I don't know why they have to send us to the Hawking ETA for one. Okay, we've not been here at all. So, wow, there's 5 systems here, so we're going straight to the mission first. Which is the furthest one away. Great. That's a lot of fuel. Alright, Karumto. I can see a faint ring on this one. Kobayashi. A hydrogen helium gas giant, Kobayashi has a faint ring system. A rust belt of decrepit refueling stations and abandoned habitats on its moons have attracted Vorcha, Krogan, and other ne'er-do-wells. Living a hand-to-mouth existence with no garden planet supplying them, they trade helium-3 fuel and recycled waste products to survive. Kidnappees from Moscow are typically brought to Kobayashi to be released or sold as chattel to out-of-system slavers. I don't know what that means. Travel advisory. Law enforcement authorities of Moscow categorically state that their effective range doesn't extend as far as Kobayashi. I'm trying to pronounce it in proper Japanese because these are Japanese words, right? A statistically significant number of distress signals have been broadcast from within the 1 million kilometer mark of Kobayashi. Civilian traffic is not advised. Red for danger, full of Krogan and Vorcha. Sure. The purple planet. This is where we belong with our purple hair. Moscow, a dense rock planet, Moscow has a thick methane ammonia atmosphere because of its similar conditions to the Volus homeworld Irun billions of years ago when it first formed life. A large Volus unit. Wait. Because of its, because they started a sentence with because, it messed me up. Because of its similar conditions to the Volus homeworld Irun billions of years ago when it first formed life, a large Volus university, the 10 Clan Academy, hosts symposia on the planet's surface. Unfortunately, despite their security precautions, pirates, organ leggers, and slavers throughout the Terminus systems have learned that kidnapped students and professors are a source of easy money. This only adds to the university's reputation, as a visit or tenure at the Academy is a clear mark of commitment on any scientific resume. Population 40,000, colony founded 2098. Capital Sahime. Interesting. Nambu. A hydrogen helium gas giant, Nambu has an extensive ring system but only 20 moons, comparatively few. Its moon, Sumiko, is the smallest moon known to be tectonically active in the Milky Way, covered with bright fractures. Visitors to Moscow often take advantage of Nambu's refueling platforms. Alright, Karumto.
I have detected an anomaly.
Karumto, an Earth-sized planet wrapped in an impermeable haze of carbon dioxide and ash. Karumto is an unforgiving place. Earthquakes, volcanic gases, and shrouds of dust have prevented any major settlements. Its sulfurous crust has yet to produce resources of interest.
Probe away. I have found something.
Research station detected within volcano on planet's surface. The research station's data storage systems are still active and many may contain valuable information. Warning, volcano is unstable. Advise extreme caution. So I guess our squad doesn't matter here. But I'll pick the same people again. Let's go. Or lava hopping.
Primary systems online. Adverse geothermal activity has rendered pathfinding function inoperable. Please use manual controls to locate research base.
Great.
Warning. Area compromised due to unstable volcanic activity.
You don't say. Okay, I think we should just go the other way first. Oh, how have I gotten lost? I'm already lost. Oh, no, 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 no. I understand. This is where I wanted to go.
Mineral resources detected.
Sack it. Oh no! We're dead!
Warning. Environmental hazard detected.
We lived. So are all we doing is scanning stuff?
Acquired.
Shut up. Man, that noise sucks.
Extraction complete.
Really, really sucks. Okay, I tried to cheat my way where? I can't remember. Ah! Right, over there. We'll be able to go around the other way. Maybe. I don't think I'll be able to, you know. Oh, seriously? Oh. We're gonna have to go back round. Need to let the jump recharge. There we go. Alright, let's try that again. Oh my god, chill out. Now we need to do a leap of faith, right? There we go.
Extraction complete.
Is it over?
Extraction complete.
Okay. Seems like everything.
Research base entrance ahead.
Oh, nice, nice.
Extraction complete.
Well, let's go, guys. What are there going to be any enemies in here? Seems that way. Maybe Geth? I don't know. Yeah, they both got shotguns, which I'm happy with. Dr. Casey's log, number 1. We've detected a site of incredible significance located beneath the volcano. The unpredictable terrain will make retrieval of any data extremely hazardous. I think we've seen Jack's mask before, have we? Proper Mad Max. Okay. Computer console.
Right. This site was a roadmap leading to the main Prothean ruins. Dr. Aloy and I agree that this must remain a secret at all costs. I will not allow another Eden Prime to occur. The Geth, the Reapers, all of them, they must be stopped.
Interesting. Okay, let's see if he left anything else down here. Sensors. Oh no.
Activation of research-based power grid has triggered additional volcanic instability. Recommend immediate departure.
We have to get out of here.
What locker? Where's the locker? Dr. Casey's log number 2. This hellish planet is a star map that points to a Prothean site of major significance. Dr. Aloy and I have mere hours to retrieve all we can before the conditions become too dangerous to continue. We learn too late that the local volcanic instability is magnified by our power grid. If we only had more time to study this, I'm sure the key to unlocking everything is here. Everything. Damn this planet. Okay, let's actually leave. Come on. See, this is where not being able to sprint for more than 10 meters really hurts us. Oh. Let's get out of here. Oh, why would you disorient me like that? Jack, is that you doing that? Really?
Acquired.
Thought that had gone away then. Joker. Whew. Data recovered from research station. Dr. Casey's location discovered. Landing party extracted. Sweet.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
That was a close one on Commander Shepard. A disturbing fact has come to light in analysing the channel you used to transmit your findings. Unauthorised transmissions have been sent from the MSV Rosalie to an unknown destination. It's assumed that this is how the Geth are tracking Drs. Casey and Aloy. The data you retrieved gives us a definite location of Dr. Casey's Prothean site. The Doctor was certain that the site held a Prothean revelation of enormous significance. It's recommended that you head there as soon as possible to counter any Geth retrieval missions already in play. Certainly. Right, so there should be another one that's appeared. Oh, we need to... Whoa! What's unexplored? Ah! Sakata. A large Venusian hothouse. Sakata's rough weather and active magnetosphere has a reputation for confounding or destroying space probes launched to investigate it. What has been discovered is that its dense atmosphere is largely carbon dioxide and sodium, and its surface, lime. Its magnetosphere suggests an iron-rich core, but its heavy gravity precludes most development. Rich. Yep. Right, we're out of here. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to head straight back to the mass relay. And just check where this next destination is. Right, it's in Hades Nexus. Okay, so what I'll do is I think we'll just spend the rest of this episode reading the rest of the planets in this cluster. You know, while we're here. So let's make a journey to Azure. And we'll check out the stuff here. And then we'll save the rest of the Firewalker missions for the next episode. Wow, this is a big solar system, man. Tamgauta. The outermost planet of the Acer system, Tamgauta is remote and largely unexplored. Its carbon dioxide atmosphere has long since frozen into fields of dry ice. Interesting. Yakwa. Sheer. A remote rock planet capped in ice. Sheer has been exploited by Arvanan corporations for its minerals. Home to gold veins which are used in spaceship shielding, as well as jewelry and cobalt deposits used in high tensile alloys. Sheer shows no signs of being exhausted anytime soon. A light gravity helps keep the planetary exploration process cheap. Rich, yeah. I'll be back. Alformus. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Alformus had its helium-3 refueling stations destroyed in an attack by Grow Zero. an anti-population terrorist group that wanted no more immigration to Arvuna. A consortium of Arvuna-based corporations are currently rebuilding the stations. Alliance advisory: Alformus is not considered vital to the stability of the ISA system. Civilians working on the Helium-3 platforms should not accept Alliance military intervention in case of kidnapping or other violence. Fair enough. Let's go to the big boy. Drannen. A sizable hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant just on the far side of its pale yellow star's frost line. Drannen is known for its spectacular storms. At least 3 persistent observable spots, actually cyclonic and anticyclonic storms, have lasted for over 544 years, significantly longer than Jupiter's Great Red Spot. The largest of these spots, the Ishna, has consistently held a diameter over 3 times that of Earth. Drannen has 44 moons. 2 of them are of special interest to the Citadel Committee on Habitable Worlds. The first, Arvuna, is a life-bearing world that has already been colonized. The second, Alaya, is slowly being terraformed into an ammonia-based world for Volus population. So is it Volus who are on Arvuna? Yeah, that's interesting, right? Because I guess this planet's so big, its moons would probably be massive as well in relation to Earth, at least. Agnin. A hothouse planet, Agnin's scorching clouds of methane and sulfur dioxide give the planet a pale green colour in visible light. The SO2 from volcanic activity rains down as sulfuric acid in the upper atmosphere, but this is boiled away before the liquid ever reaches the surface. Agnin's harsh environment has prevented exploration by anything except probes. Rich, yep. And you? Shasu. Shasu is a dwarf planet that is believed to have been ejected from Agnin during a giant impact with another planet-sized body. At the time, Agnin had a magma ocean covering much of its surface, and the liquid rock sprayed into space where it coalesced and cooled over millions of years. The theory is that during this cooling, Shasu first orbited Agnin, but was eventually pulled from that orbit by the gravity wells of other planets, primarily Drannen. Today, Shasu is relatively temperate with a light hydrogen-helium atmosphere, attracting spacers who use its atmosphere to refuel. Its crust composition is similar to Agnin, evident in its high sulfur content. Interesting. Rich? Yeah. Alright, we've got like 5 minutes left. Let's head to Solvig. Actually, let's head back to Balor. We'll read Balor's stuff because that's where we'll refuel anyway. Alright. Elatha. A tiny rock planet, Elatha is noted for its frigid temperatures and crushing nitrogen and krypton atmosphere. Lying out beyond the former belt, there's little to recommend it. Very, very light gravity, 0.1 G. Okay. I think we've got a body in the asteroid belt. Brest. A member of the former belt, Brest is a dwarf planet with no atmosphere. It is, however, rich in lithium, which is integral to the heat sinks of starships or handheld weapons. The large robo-mining operation from Calliston can be found here. Yep, of course it's rich. The little ones are always rich. The big boy. Kernossus. Kernossus is a sizable gas giant with a hydrogen-nitrogen atmosphere. It's believed to be an extrasolar capture due to its close stellar location. In a rare phenomenon, it is near enough to its red dwarf star to be within the life zone, though its massive size prevents the tidal lock that usually occurs at such a range. While nothing could survive on the surface of a planet with such crushing gravity, Kernossus's moon, Castellon, is habitable. Kernossus is skimmed for its abundant hydrogen, and refineries on Calliston process it into a metastable metallic form for use as starship fuel. Yeah, when you see the big ones next to the star, they tend to be captures, right? Calliston, sorry. The hostile moon Calliston is the largest satellite of the gas giant Kernunos. I've been saying it wrong, haven't I? Kernunos. An ancient asteroid strike deposited major loads of element 0 within the molten sulfur mantle. Eldfell Ashland Energy's mining operations have made it the largest source of Starship Drive core material in the Attican Traverse. Calliston is racked with volcanism due to the tidal stresses of Kernunos. Because of weak solar output, plant-like life on Calliston is not carbon-based and photosynthetic, but silicon-based and thermosynthetic, requiring heat rather than sunlight to power its chemical reactions. Interesting. These organisms flourish in volcanic vents and during solar flares, when Balor can double or triple in luminosity. Sadly, sapient habitation isn't possible here, and Castellon's biodiversity is considered threatened by the Citadel Council Committee on Habitable Worlds. Population 1.8 billion, right? Jeez. So who lives here? Capital Sinew. 1.2 G. Surface temperature 30 Celsius. So this is regarded as a moon, okay. Sapient habitation isn't possible here. So the population is just of what? Natural life, not settlements or anything? Fair enough. Partholon, a large planet composed of ice surrounding a rocky core. Partholon retains trace gases of nitrogen and carbon monoxide. Its crushing gravity makes for an inhospitable state and makes most mining infeasible. However, its orbit's proximity to the mass relay in the system means space travelers will, for the next few years, use it for a gravitational slingshot and to speed on their way to and from Calliston. Very heavy gravity, 6.6 G. Alright. We are going to leave that episode there, guys. We've started Project Firewalker. A lot of zooming around. Not much Prothean revelation just yet. I hope we get some. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed this one. Leave me a like if you did. And just remember, everybody, never trust and uncrate. I'll see you next time.